Right, hello and welcome back to the channel. Joining us for this one will be Lewis.
Folks.
Now, I did say in the update that we would be doing a side, well, not so much a side-by-side comparison. This is something that's come up after a conversation between the two of us, but we were going to do a co-commentary on Resident Evil Remake. If you just give me a moment. So I'm just
But
moving your share screen.
but yeah, folks, while he's doing that, basically I come up with the idea of doing a cooperative share play, meaning he can see my screen, I can see his screen. We also got the actual idea of showing the comparison towards the actual differences to the actual original and the remake. Now, obviously, yes, Connor has got the harder side of it, being that he has got the remake side. I'm no good at playing as Chris. And playing the original, he doesn't have the original, whereas I do. So it'd be kind of more fun to show you and like, what's the word I used? Like show like how we've got different play styles. That's the word.
Well, to
Show
be
our play
fair,
styles.
on that note, you need different play styles because of the difference in the games as well.
Yeah.
That is one
Now,
thing, to be fair, that we do have to take into consideration as well, because the games, even though they are the same game in spirit, there is still like a big magnitude between the two because there's extra elements, of course, and stuff like that.
yeah, there's a big, massive difference, which is why we're doing it like this. And it's also a nice little test run for future purposes as well. Say, like, if we were to ever do another co op game, say, like, for example, Resident Evil 5, we've got the actual way of showing both my screen and Connor's screen, which,
And
in turn, this is going to basically lay the formation to see how it would work for us
And on
in the
top of
future.
that, now because of the way the PS5 works with their party, basically you would not be able to hear Lewis normally due to the fact that like the way the party system is on the PS5 compared to the PS4, it actually makes it difficult for streaming and recording. It doesn't pick up Lewis's voice. So we have found a way to like use Discord on my computer and just implement his voice that way.
Which is basically, as I said, this is more or less our little trial run to see how it would perform in the future. And if it actually works very well, then you may see a bit more of us doing more co-op features, the thing. And I do apologize for me just flicking between the new game and the load game, folks. Reason being is because otherwise you'll be looking at this the entire time, and I don't want that. Yes, I do have a rewind feature. I'm gonna try not to use it. I will admit that. I'm gonna try and stick with the typical save states of the original game. But ideally, I don't want to be showing this on my screen for Connor's side, so that's why I'm just flicking between this and this.
Yeah. But enough on that for the moment. Let's make a start on this.
Yep, let's make a start.
So the
Now,
idea is now I'm going to be playing this on hard. I've already done Jill very easy, I believe it was, and Chris normal, which we lost half the recordings of that due to the quality and stuff like that, which shouldn't be an issue now because I've been testing the quality and everything's back to normal. So we will be doing this Chris hard because we both agreed Joe is the easier option, both in his terms because he's got far much more experience with Joe.
I will admit now, folks, I've more or less like done so much with you. I've got the infinite rocket launcher, the infinite handgun. I've even sat down and done a 10-hour stream just to get those two weapons, more so than anything.
And
Which is why I've got more knowledge of it on her side, and then, which is why I actually convinced Connor, why don't we just do Chris's side? I've got no knowledge of Chris's campaign, and I completely suck with it.
And on top of that, Chris is also, as we found out in the Let's Play, Chris is a harder character to play as due to the fact that one, he hasn't got the lockpicks, and secondly, he's got a smaller inventory, whereas Joe's got 8 slots, Chris has got 6.
Chris does have more benefits in some other ways.
Of course.
Whereas he does, yes, he does not have the actual lockpick in the remake. He does have a lighter, which Jill has to find and take up an inventory slot.
Yes, that is
Chris is
correct.
also more tankier than what Jill is, so meaning Chris can take, say, like 3 swipes from the Tyrant, about 3, 4 swipes from the Tyrant, whereas Jill would probably be only to be able to take 2.
Depending on difficulty, of course.
Yeah, on difficult. Now, as Connor has stated, he is going to be playing on hard. I'm going to be staying with the standard difficulty because, well, as I said, I suck with Chris and I don't know his campaign, so I'm not trusting myself with advance at the moment. And typically, as much as I have played the first game, I don't remember as much with, well, considering this is the director's cut, this advanced stage I have no idea about. So I'm just sticking with the typical standard mode, doing with Chris. But we are showing the side-to-side comparisons to see how it all works out. But enough talking. Shall we start the actual Let's Play?
Yep, let's make a start.
Resident Evil.
I love how that synced up. First differences, folks. Connor's side has got costumes and such. My
Yep.
side, pretty bland. The only difference is I've got the actual little neat background where he's got typically all black.
Except for the
Yeah,
ID for Joe in the background, really.
yeah,
I'm probably
right,
just gonna run OG Chris, to be fair.
yeah. Which is ironic because if you look at the portrait and the actual thing for Chris there, they more or less look the exact same, nearly.
Yeah, whereas with Joe, there's a massive difference between her
Different, yeah.
characterization in the two, because in the OG, she was actually depicted with quite long hair.
Whereas in this one, she's actually depicted with shorter hair, which
More in,
kind of does suit her in that one.
I was about to say, it's
I do
more in
like,
line with her RE3 look.
yeah, which I do love the RE3 look in the remake. Right, so what are we doing about the cutscene? Are we cutting that or are we just going over it?
We'll leave it on because, to be fair, while everyone's seen the cutscene on my side, people might have not
Yeah,
seen the cheesiness of the original.
true. Right, do we want to start it then?
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
And in all fairness, I can actually jump mine and just pause it so people can actually hear what's going on your side.
I'm going to pause this a minute. I'm going to wait for yours to load so we can sync it up.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into
It was Bravo Team's helicopter.
a
Nobody was in
nightmare.
it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Where's he going?
Three stars members left. Captain Wesker, Jill.
Chris, this way.
Chris.
Damn it! Make for that mansion!
Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker.
There are only 3 stars members left now.
Resident
Captain
Evil.
Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Is everyone all right?
Seen this all before, so
Barry,
no need to leave
where-
that on.
You skip mine?
Yes, of
I
course.
don't know what happened.
I can't. Ironically.
I can pause it, but in regards to the difference in the cutscenes, I do have to laugh looking at Wesker in that one.
I tell you what, I could not help but laugh. Nearly, I was nearly trying not to laugh on the mic.
What
Now,
is
I do
that?
apologise
I'll
for
go
talking
and
over the
check.
cutscene.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of
The
an
thing
emergency.
that always made me laugh about the OG Wesker is he just reminds me of him, like another version of Johnny
Chris?
Bravo.
I thought more of
Take care.
guy out of Mortal Kombat.
He was never in Mortal Kombat.
No, the guy out of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I thought you said
Johnny
Guile.
Cage. No, the guy, Johnny Cage, is it?
Johnny Cage, yeah.
Right. Now, my pause button, unfortunately, folks, I will admit now, is this button, this screen here. So if you do see this screen, I do apologise. This is effectively the best way for me to say, like, pause the game. But ideally, yeah, I could not help but laugh on that game, on that video. Like, seeing the comparisons to it, you can really see the actual differences. Like how everything is. Especially with, with how you got the camera on yours, and then on mine it's all like literally up in your face sort of thing.
I think
But-
that's partly due to the widescreen as well.
Yeah. But how about we leave this bit in, shall we? Show the actual comparison to this famous captain.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more gory on your side. Right, let's get out of here.
Now there is a fun little fact here, folks, and I will just state this now. If you were playing as a Jill, there is actually 3 different things there's a few things that can happen here. If you was on the remake, if you was to walk out the door, out of this dining room back to the main room, you'd get a cutscene with Wesker. Do it a second time, you get a cutscene with Barry. But if you was to attempt to walk out the 3rd time, something interesting happens. And that is actually the zombie will come from the door and try to attack you. And the body that was meant to be in the room is no longer there, meaning you cannot pick up whatever's on the body. So that's a little interesting fact. That's a hidden little cutscene.
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
Now, I am going to show something off here, folks, because I've got the rewind feature. I am going to try and limit myself with not doing it, as I said. Try not to do it. There is a good reason why I am going to do this, because otherwise it wastes Connor time in doing this, because he can't actually get away with doing it. There is a fun little Easter egg here that you can do with both the games. If I was to want to go back out the door, I will show this off now. That happens. And if I was to press it again, it's too dangerous to go outside. But if Connor was to do it, however, and I'm not highly advising him to do so, those dogs actually come into the mansion and attack you. And they stay in the room. Meaning it makes this whole safe room unsafe for you to be in.
I was about to say, there's a massive difference between your safe, your main hall, and mine as well, in one regard.
Being that bit up there.
Nope,
For
not that.
Yeah, up
No.
there is one of the big differences.
What's
as well.
the other one now?
The actual main stairway.
Nope. I'm on about like in its use.
Well, of course, as well, like being behind here. Because behind here, for me, there's actually no door here.
Nope, it's not even that. Yours has got a typewriter, mine hasn't.
Yours is there. Yours is right there next to the thing. Yours is right here where mine is.
No, it's not. That's a vase.
Weird, because on Jill's campaign, that is there.
I never saw it on Joe's either, unless it's on very easy.
Unless, of course, it's in the dining room. Right,
The
so this is where
there is a typewriter in the dining room.
That's probably where it is then. That's probably where they came to then. But yeah, a couple of differences, folks, as well, as I'll say. Up there, in Connor's playthrough, there's actually a door. Whereas in mine, there's no door up there. Meaning he's got a shortcut to the areas where he can get to. Whereas in mine, however, if I was to walk up these stairs now, and if Connor would like to show as well on his screen, I've got longer loading time, whereas he can just walk up the stairs. Man.
That being due to the limitations of the time, of course.
Yeah. Whereas he's got a door here, I don't. As stated, however, he does have a lot more easier time with certain things, whereas I don't. But if I was to come over here and show off here, I have nothing here, whereas he does.
Right, let's get going.
Now we're going to play differently to our own play style. So he's going to be going one way, I'm going to be going my own way. So...
Now he's going to go for the gem first, as you can see. Whereas I'm actually going to go get the map. Yeah.
Now I never knew you could actually stab through that. Stab through this. This is my first time actually learning.
You got a friend behind. That's another difference between the two as well. On the remake, unless it's on hard mode, I believe, you only have the one zombie, don't you?
What do you mean?
On the remake, because you've got two zombies.
Oh no, there's always two zombies up here. Even on the remake, there's two zombies up here.
I've never
always
seen
got
it.
one by. There's always one by the statue, and there's always one around the corner. There's always been two.
Never seen it on my old one, so I'll have to have a look at the replays. Because I've always ever seen it as one. I think it's on hard, you get two.
No, I took his arm off. You know what? This is actually the first time I remember actually using the knife in the actual original Resident Evil.
Like, one thing...
Other than the knife in the
One thing as well with this playthrough is, unlike on the last ones, I've got to limit my kills.
I can kill as many as I want.
The reason for that is there were no crimson heads in the original Resident Evil.
But there is a lot less ammo in the original than the actual remake. Fun fact as well, folks, that cutscene that you just saw on Connor's screen is not in the actual original as well.
No, it's not.
And we were actually just talking about this just before the recording started. Purely because in the actual original, the zombies are actually on the floor. I might show it off. It depends. I might show it off, I might not. But it's just my play style is I never go in that room because it's only an ink ribbon in there.
There's the one. Do need that, yeah.
Now, funny thing is, now folks, if Connor was to come back in here on his playthrough, he won't get what I get, and I don't get what he gets. So just bear that in mind when we are actually showing these comparisons.
He's trying it.
He is, ain't he? Oh, and that's one other extra feature that he has that I don't. He's got an advantage to defend himself.
Defensive
I do
weapon.
apologise, folks. I'm going to have to pause myself here a second. Give me 1 second, Connor. The dogs have decided they want to go upstairs.
No worries.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'll just I'm already on board. Yeah, so yeah, there's still only one zombie for me on this. So I don't know if it's on real survival or what, but yeah, that's one of the main changes as well. Right, let's go get the peridot. Oh crap, yeah, I've got to go back that way. Nope. You zombie, suck it.
Back. I do apologise, folks.
Right.
Where was I? Now, I've just come back to hearing him say something. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh, basically, I've just left the zombie alive and run. There was only one zombie there as well.
There are zombies that you can get around. There are certain ones that you can get around. And I know that for a fact.
See,
Now, he's got to go and do exactly what I've just done now, folks, and I've got to go and do exactly what he's just done.
See, there are
As I said.
our play styles, like I say, I mean, I'm normally all like just take the zombies out, which is a detriment.
Now, I can avoid the zombies. I know how to avoid them. There are actually certain areas that you can avoid them. One being later on, I know of that's got 3 of them, and you can actually avoid them if you're quick enough.
Right.
Which I may just do.
Right, I've picked up the
Now, I will-
videotape off Kenneth.
Now, I will just show off my side here, due to the fact that you actually have shown your side. But I ain't going to fully do it, you know what I mean? I ain't going to fully commit to doing the whole point of it.
Lewis,
Now-
I believe in this, on hard mode, you only ever get the 1 green herb instead of 2 when we go into the staircase.
Yes, you only get 1. In the original, if you play it on any other difficulty, I think you get 2. But you also got the ammo in the actual bird cage there. But yeah, folks, there's actually the zombie down there. Instead of on the remake, it comes from there. Mine just spawns automatically on the floor and is actually alive still. So I'm not going to deal with it because there's nothing.
I was
There's
about to
nothing
say,
really.
you don't get that ammo in hard mode.
You don't get it? Huh.
Nope.
Interesting. Now, he's going that way, folks. I'm going a completely different way. So I'm going to have to go that way.
Yeah, I need to go get the peridot.
I would have left that. I would have left that because now you've got to combine them both.
Which I'm fine with. Right.
Oh, God, I really do not know this. I really do not know this one. I keep forgetting that Chris don't have the lockpick, so I can't do what I need to do there. Because normally I would go through the blue door and go around and get the shotgun. But on Chris's campaign, I can't do that. Now I'm sure, if I'm correct, I want to check here because I'm sure can't do nothing.
Yeah, I'm about to use that health anyway. So.
Oh shit. Well, this is a bit I can't even pronounce that word.
Unfortunate.
Not unfortunate. Unprecedented, or however you pronounce it.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, I did not expect to come here. Oh, I've really not been. Even Chris's expression right now just shows how I actually feel about it. I have not been looking forward to doing this bit. I have not been looking forward to doing this bit.
I take it you've gone towards, yeah.
Yeah, I have not been looking forward to doing this bit. For good fucking reason, folks. Now you may notice there's something on the floor there. In Jill's campaign, he would actually have a grenade launcher. On Chris's campaign, on game, don't do this to me. I know it's gonna happen. And it isn't. Interesting. I did not expect that. There was something I was expecting, but it didn't do it. I wonder if it's in the remake thing.
What's that?
Because there's something that happens with Forrest when you do that.
It's remake only, I believe.
Now I was half expecting him to get up.
Yeah, I believe that's only in the remake as a like additional jump scare.
It's a nasty one as well. He's not a nice zombie.
Especially not when it comes to one dangerous zombie. Right, so I've got the sword key. I do need to find a what's it box there? A storage box. Nope. You can bugger off. I'm gonna have to kill this one. Nope, I've managed to dodge around it. Those shotgun shells can wait for the moment. I'll go pick them up once I've done something.
Here, another one. He's walking around now. Now, the difference is, folks, in the remake, you can actually reload outside of combat like so, like Connor has just demonstrated. I have to unfortunately do it through the inventories, unless I want to waste all 15 rounds.
I'm gonna go to the medical room quickly. See?
Oh, you're going up there.
Yeah, I've got to go use the box, I'm not.
That's why I typically don't grab it. I've learned that mistake quite quickly in the remake. Don't grab everything you see.
See,
If you know
unfortunately...
you're coming back, you know you're going back there late and there's no point in grabbing. That's why I left the gem. That's why I left the gem and the fish.
Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna have to kill these. Dodge. Right. As you can see, the zombies are actually a lot tankier on this mode. Another reason to conserve ammo.
You're gonna have to get rid of that zombie there as well, you know that, don't you?
Yep, that's the point. I've got to get the cannibal first, which I think I need the small key for.
Yeah.
That's off the top of my head, though.
Now, funny enough, folks, in Connor's game, he actually has a whistle here. On my playthrough, there's nothing uncommon here.
Has to be
But this room will, let's just say this room does become of importance a bit later on. Won't say too much more about it, but this room does become a bit more of an importance later on.
Oh, are you in the
Yeah, I'm on
bedroom?
the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
I'm on the opposite side. You're over on the thingy side. I'm down the area that when I said about the real survival mode.
Yeah.
This is the area I was talking about with the real survival mode. This is the best chest. Well, basically, with that conversation, folks, I was saying if we ever do real survivor, this chest room here, is the best chest room for any real survivor playthrough in the mansion. Purely because it's the closest to the guard room and it's the safest without any problems later on. That for a minute.
So I'm just quickly doing a couple of my things as well. I don't yeah, one of the things as well, Lewis already mentioned that there's a door missing, but there's also an entire section for his area missing, I believe.
There is a massive, huge difference. Like, there are massive differences in this game, folks, that are like completely missing. And there is good examples of it. Like, as we have shown, he's got the garden section outside where the staircase is. I do not have that area.
I wouldn't call that garden, to be fair.
Well, it's somewhat is like a garden, really.
More like a graveyard.
Well, whatever it is. But he has that area, I do not. He also has the upstairs area, which I do not have. There are more areas like this in the game that will come unfold, which you will notice. Oh, not me press that. I was trying to press mine. Yeah. I don't have an ink ribbon, which I do have to go and grab one now. We do need to try and get to a safe room soon to actually cut the recording there, aren't we? Just in case we go a bit too overloaded. So we don't want to make it too long, do we?
I've already saved, like I say, I'm not too worried.
Oh, I've not saved, so... But I can just save through this, if I need to.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just going to cut the episodes off after half an hour anyway, as long as we're not talking. I'm not going to bother doing a, because it's just going to be one whole, let's play anyway, as best as possible.
Now, I'm trying to make sure not to take too much damage here, because I know what's coming up.
I was about to say, he says down, that's beaten.
As I said, I'm more used to coming the other way. You know,